Hey everyone, thanks so much for coming back to my channel. I'm so excited to film today's video. This is the finale of my 2025 Project Pan. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Sarah. I love to film beauty content, so Project Pan, makeup tutorials, beauty box unboxings, and things like that. If you're not new, thanks so much for coming back. If you are interested to see how my project ended up, go ahead and stick around and keep on watching. So if you haven't been following along with this project, there is a playlist. Go ahead and watch it from the beginning and see all of the updates from start to finish. But this one is going to be the finale, and I will total up how many goals I had total, how many were usage goals, how many were pan goals, and how many were finish goals, how many were met, and then how many were left unmet at the end of the year.
Okay, let's start with my Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. This rolled in at the very end of November, and because there was only one more month of use, I wanted to just set a 25 use goal. By the end of November, beginning of December, I had used it 3 times, and here's where it was. And then in the month of December, I used it 19 times for a total of 22 uses. So did not quite meet the goal on that one, but I got pretty close. I figure that's pretty good with having like Christmas break and stuff like that and not wearing makeup every single day during the holidays. So not a goal met, but I did make quite a bit of progress. Next is my Tarte Shape Tape Ultra Creamy Concealer in the shade Light Medium Sand. I rolled this in back in October, but I didn't want to use this until my under eyes had cleared up. In November, I was able to use it 2 times. Then in December, I was able to use it 18 times for a total of 20. And there were a lot of days where I didn't use any concealer, partially because of, waiting for my skin to clear up, and then also just using a really full coverage foundation. And I would go ahead and blend that up underneath my eyes to help with coverage there. Definitely did not finish this one. This is another goal that did not get met, but that's okay. Sometimes we have to pivot when things don't quite work out. Looking at you, L'Oreal Infallible Concealer. Next is my Shades by Shan bronzer in the shade Walnut. This rolled in September, and the goal on this one was to hit pan. Here's what it was looking like last month. I have used it for a total of 20 times in the month of December. I did not end up hitting pan, but there's definitely a lot of good usage on this one. Maybe I'll hit pan on this one this year in the summertime after I get a nice tan from being outside. Total usage on this product ended up being 89 tracked uses. That's a lot, but like on this one, I had to go really, really light as we got towards the winter months, and I couldn't just dig my brush in there and load up the bronzer. Another goal not met, and this one was in there for a while, but that's okay. We'll keep going. Next is my Nabla Skin Glazing highlighter slash glowy blush in the shade Truth. And this one rolled in November, and I wanted to use it 40 times. So just a 40 usage goal. Here's what it was looking like at the beginning of December after 26 uses. In the month of December through the end of the month, I used it 15 times. That brings me to a total of 41 uses. So this one is a goal met. I used up enough to start to wear away the embossing, and it's definitely showing some good usage. I think I'll pull this one back out in the spring. This is a really pretty blush shade. This is my first goal met in this finale month. Next is my highlighter from the BH Cosmetics Desert Oasis palette, and I was working on the 5th shade. This one rolled in October, and the goal was to hit pan. Here's what it was looking like at the beginning of December after 27 tracked uses. In the month of December, I used it 13 times for a total of 40 uses. I did not hit pan on this one, but again, there is good usage on this. And with this palette, I think I had to like press some of the highlighter back together because a lot of these highlighters were breaking. Like that top right one is completely shattered and gone. I might see if I can franken what's left of it in something else. The middle shade is just absolutely annihilated. I will repress that and fix that one up. And then the bottom left one also had to repress a little bit, just like dry repress, because there was some breaking and cracking happening. So I think that's also what happened in this last one, the fifth one, but that's okay. So definitely got good usage, and we'll try again in another project. Next is my Too Faced Chocolate Bar eyeshadow and the shade Semi Sweet, a hit pan goal. It rolled in November and I used it 4 times. Here's what it looked like at the beginning of December. And then after that, in December, I used it 16 times for a total of 20 uses. And I did not reach the goal, did not hit pan on that one. This eyeshadow is so firmly pressed. It's gonna be a while before I hit pan on this. But again, another really nice neutral mid-tone brown. It actually did go really well with the shadow stick. Like the shadow stick was a little bit deeper than Semi Sweet, so I could use those two as a quick, just neutral eye look. Semi Sweet in the crease, and then the shadow stick in the outer corner. And that was really easy to do for every day, for work and things like that. But alas, not a goal met for Semi Sweet. Next is my Sugar Drizzle Man I Love Frogs palette in the shade Fly Swatter. And this rolled in back in October with a 5-use goal. In October, I only used it once, and then I used it 4 times in the month of December. So by the very end of the project, I was able to meet my goal. Hooray! I got 5 uses on this one. It was fun to use and pull out around the holidays when, you know, you're doing like fun special occasion makeup. I really like this formula. I really like this shade, and this is a goal met. Next is my Real Her shadow stick in the shade Chocolate. This is my eyeshadow single. This rolled in November for a 20-use goal. Here's what it was looking like at the beginning of December after 13 uses. And then in the month of December, I used it 7 more times and hit my 20-use goal. And here's what it was looking like after all 20 of those uses. So got some good progress on that one. With eyeshadow sticks, like I'm not reaching for those unless they're in a project. Now, I will say, when I was first having that skin reaction, the eczema from that concealer, I was reaching for some eyeshadow sticks, like cream colored ones, just to help with coverage, because I didn't want to be putting powder eyeshadows on top of that until it was healed up. But anyway, made some progress on this shadow stick. It's a really nice, just neutral mid-tone brown, and it was good to have in the project, and that's a goal met. Next is my Thrive Cosmetics lip liner in the shade Gislin. This originally rolled in back in May. I met that goal in July, and then I was like, maybe I could finish it by the end of the year. Here's what it looked like at the beginning of December. In the notebook, it's marked November. I was writing down the ends of the months for the lines that I was marking. It was the tiniest little bit of lip liner left. And then I was doing my makeup in the car one day and I dropped the lip liner and I was like, I'll pick it up later. I was in a hurry and I have no idea where it went. My car has eaten this lip liner, or one of my kids has snagged it because they saw it and they were like, ooh, what's this? But I don't know where it is. I've looked in every crevice and corner of my car and I can't find it. It's gone, but I feel like with it being that close, that counts. That counts as a goal met. I'm counting it. Now for this lip liner, I used it 5 times in the month of November and 1 time in December before I lost it. The total usage on this lip liner ended up being 80 tracked uses. Like I said, it's finished. That's a goal met. Okay, the last item in the project is my Flower Beauty lipstick, Perfect Pout in the shade Jasmine. And I rolled this in at the very end of November, and I marked a goal line to try and use up about a third of the lipstick. In November, I had used it 4 times by the end of the month. Here's what it looked like at the beginning of December. And then in December, I used it 22 times. And here's where it ended up. I got really, really close to the goal line, didn't quite make it there, so not a goal met on that one, but I did get some really good use on a lipstick that was kind of just languishing in my collection. Proud of the progress. It's okay that the goal did not get met. We'll try again next time. For the finale month, I was able to meet 3 goals: my blush, my eyeshadow stick, and my sugar drizzle eyeshadow. So not bad. That's kind of on par with the goals that have been met over the course of the year.
Okay, so now it's time to total up all of the goals and see how the project ended up after a year full of project panning and setting goals and meeting most of them. So I've got my notebook in front of me, so I will be reading off of those. But total for this project, I had 44 goals over the course of the year. And out of those 44, I met 38 of them, which left only 6 unmet. And most of those were products that rolled in the very last month or the last 2 months. So, you know, it's okay. Gosh, that bronzer though, that bronzer was in the project forever. But anyway, of those 44 total goals, 28 of them were for usage. And out of those 28, I met 26 of the usage goals. Some of the usage goals then actually turned into pans that I hit. So those were like bonus pans. So I hit pan on 4 products that I initially set out to just meet a usage goal. And then I end up finishing 2 products that I set a usage goal on, and I am counting that lip liner as a finished one. I'm counting it as a finished product. I don't know where it is, but it's finished. Like, there was just the teeniest, tiniest little bit of that pencil left. So in my mind, it's finished. It's done. It's fine. We're counting it. So then I had 11 hit pan goals, and I hit 8 out of those. So plus the 4 bonus pans that I hit out of my usage goals, that's 12 pans that I hit over the course of the year. So hooray for that. And then I had 5 finished goals. Most of those were complexion products, and I met 4 out of those 5. And then my 3 bonus finishes makes that 7 total finished products over the course of last year. So with my 2024 project, I met 29 goals. And with the 2025 project, I met 38 goals. So 9 more than the year before. So I'd call that a success. I am excited to start posting updates for my 2026 project. I have already started it. I've pulled products and I've been working on them and keeping track. So those videos should hopefully go up really soon. Well, that is going to be it for today's video and for the 2025 project pan. I hope you enjoyed following along with my progress. I had a lot of fun setting goals and checking them off as they got met over the course of the year. So like I said, I'm really excited to start posting updates for my 2026 one. So far, so good. So hopefully I'll get those videos up soon. But if you have not already, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you stick around for the next project and for the next videos that get uploaded. That's going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.